All right, this is definitely going to be a different kind of a video today. I'm really making this video specifically for somebody. Um, I believe his name is Aham Dali. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but uh, yeah, first I'm going to open us up in prayer and then I'll get to the video. Our Father in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Father, give to us our daily bread. Jesus, in your holy name I pray. Thank you so much for this day that you've given to us, Lord, for waking us up on this day, for blessing us with clothes to wear, blessing us with food to eat and water to drink, Lord, for giving us all that we need and providing us with every single thing that we need. Jesus, in your holy name I pray. Thank you for everything that you've done for us, Lord, because what you've done for us is everything. You paid the ultimate price for us to be here, and I owe my life to you to follow you and follow the example that you left for us. And Jesus, in your holy name, I thank you for the power that is in your words, for the power that's in prayer. Father, I pray that you reach out to Ahamdali, that you just be near him and draw close to him as you possibly can, Lord, and just allow your presence to be overflowing into his life. And I pray and claim healing over this young man, that he heals and he triumphs over the illness that is Pemphigus vulgaris, which is a challenging thing to deal with, especially at such a young age. So, Father, I just claim and pray victory over this young man who has left me a comment on one of my YouTube videos, and he wants me to address the illness that I've dealt with in my past that you helped me. Ultimately, you healed me from, Lord. So, Jesus, in your holy name, I pray. With all that being said, Father, thank you again. Thank you so much for the way that you protect us, for the armor of God that you put onto us, Lord, for giving me the discernment to understand that it is on me to pray on the armor of God each and every day, moment by moment, at times. And Lord, I just want to say thank you again. I can't ever thank you enough, and that is why I owe my life to you, Father. In your holy name, Jesus, I pray. Amen. All right. So, like I said already, this is a different kind of video today. It's really, I'm going to be focused on, and I guess I will, I'll read some Bible verses towards the end. But this video is specifically for a young man who, sorry, I'm at my brother's right now, and he's got cats. So, yeah, sorry if you hear any weird noises. They're right next to me going crazy right now. But anyways, I want to read you this message that I wrote down from this young man who commented on one of my videos this morning, and then I will address uh, you, brother. This video is for you and anyone who has been diagnosed with Pemphigus vulgaris. He commented on my video this morning and he said, "Hey, brother, how are you doing? I hope you're feeling well. I was diagnosed with Pemphigus vulgaris when I was 17 years old. Now I'm 19. I took some medications and IVs to suppress my immune system. Because of that, I keep getting sick and I keep getting infected. I was wondering if you know how long it takes for my immune system to recover normally and healthy. I'm already living a healthy lifestyle, but I want your advice on this." So I'm brother. I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing your name correctly, but this this comment was made on one of my videos by a young man named Ahamdali. So uh, I just want to say before I really get into it, it's great that you're already living a healthy lifestyle, and that's what you need to continue to do. You've got to really prioritize the little things, the simple things. You know what I mean? You got to make sure, and this is something that I still live by every day. You got to make sure you're getting your proper hydration. You got to make sure you're drinking enough water, you're getting proper rest, you're eating healthy, you're not, you're staying away from processed food and sugar. Sugar is not going to help you. So like, don't eat candy. You don't want to eat any candy. You really want to stay away from all things processed, and you want to eat as much whole food as you possibly can, meaning like, whole food as in like real milk. If you're drinking milk, chicken, beef, you know what I mean, vegetables, sweet potatoes, regular potatoes. Um, and if you do buy something with a number of ingredients in it, you know what I mean, you want to make sure those ingredients are healthy, uh, minimum ingredients. You know, you don't want to, if you pick up something at the store and you want to go buy it to eat and it has like 30 ingredients in it, just don't buy it because that's just ultra processed. Um, what else here? So, oh yeah, and you know, like things like vegetable. I already said sugar, like things like sugar and vegetable oil. You know, those are two big, absolutely no. You don't want to put those in your body because that's only going to feed the um, the illness. It's only going to feed into the illness. It's only going to make you more sick. And I know from experience. So the first thing I want to say to you, aside from everything that I just laid out, as far as like is as far as eating and diet, is just to be serious with you for a second, to be sincere rather. This is gonna be really challenging, brother. This is gonna be really challenging. You know, to be diagnosed with such a life-altering disease at a young age, it's challenging. You know, I could bet money that basically every time somebody out there in the world gets a diagnosis of this disease, Pemphigus vulgaris, which is what I was diagnosed with when I was 20 years old. I started getting very sick when I was 19. It took me 11 months of getting more and more and more sick and going to several different doctors before I finally got a diagnosis after 11 and a half months. And at that point, I was hospitalized. I got a feeding tube because I was so sick. It was really, really bad. But yeah, I just want to preface, like, brother, first of all, I love you, man. And God chose you to go through this for a certain reason. And when I was going through this, when I was 19 and I started getting really sick, it was scary because I didn't know what was going on. I was having a bunch of nosebleeds. My eyesight was starting to kind of waver. I was having a lot of, you know, ulcerations and bleeding in my mouth. Sorry. And even my fingers were very affected by this. My fingernails, I mean, my two middle fingernails specifically, I mean, they were basically falling off, and they were so sensitive, like to where something, oh my goodness, man, these cats. Sorry. Um my fingers were so sensitive. I'm just letting you know what I went through, part of the challenges that I faced. My fingers were so sensitive that if something hit my finger, I mean, this is just a pen, like if something barely hit my finger, it felt like a hammer was getting smashed onto my finger. So if I ever like accidentally clipped my finger like that, it was excruciating. It was extremely painful. Um, and I know you're asking, how long is it going to take for your immune system to really heal? You know, I'm going to be honest with you. For me, it really took, I mean, it really took every bit of 2 years. It took me every bit of 2 years to really heal and get better. And honestly, it took probably 2.5, closer to 3 years for my fingers to finally heal, for my nails to actually um, be completely healed. So my fingernails actually took the longest, but my body, my mouth, the ulcerations in my mouth, I had some ulcerations on my arms, the nosebleeds. I had ulcerations on every orifice of my body. Yes, it was disgusting. It was terrible. But yeah, it's going to take time. So the best thing for you to do, and I specifically remember doing this, is when I was in the height of it. I mean, when I was in the absolute worst of it, when I was the most sick that I ever was, I told myself every single day. I woke up and I didn't know how I was going to do this. I had no idea how I was going to do this. But something told me in my spirit, you know, that I woke up one day and I just knew that I had to tell myself, you know what? I don't know how I'm going to get over this. I don't know how I'm going to recover from this and beat this. But what I started to do every single day, multiple times a day, but especially as soon as I woke up in the morning and as soon as I laid down at night, I would think to myself in my head and I would tell myself out loud, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to get stronger because of this. I'm going to heal from this. I'm healing from this. And because this is happening to me, I am going to be stronger than I ever was before this happened to me. And years later, you know, I'm much better now. And I will say, if I am ever like stressing out about something or anything like that, the symptoms can start to come back a little bit. But if I just stay in a good place, in a good positive place in my mind, you know, the symptoms really subside. The symptoms, you know, kind of lessen, and you don't really deal with it as much. So I think the biggest thing, brother, is going to be huge for you to think positive thoughts. And I know this sounds corny. But I'm telling you, this is what I did. And it helped. You know, it not only helped, but it healed me. And of course, I prayed a lot. I prayed a lot that God would heal me of this. And I was also getting IVs. I was also taking a lot of medication that was suppressing my immune system. It's crazy that you said that, because I was going through all of that, man, all of that. So I know exactly how you're feeling. I know exactly what you're dealing with. And I wanted to make a video specific for you, because I know that there are going to be times, you know, it's very likely that there's going to be times going forward with this illness that you're going to feel alone, and you're going to feel like nobody can relate and nobody understands what you're going through. But I just want to take this moment right here to tell you, like, bro, I understand. I understand what you're going through, and you're not alone. You just cannot give up. You have to refuse to give up. And anytime there's negative thoughts in your head about anything, you say no and you think positive thoughts. But it's huge and amazing that you're already living a healthy lifestyle. That's going to be huge and extremely beneficial for you. You know, like I said, you got to drink enough water. You have to eat healthy food. There's no other option. You cannot eat these cats, man. You cannot eat any junk food anymore. You know, I'm not saying you are, but I know I was, and it only made me more and more sick. So I literally had to sacrifice the junk food, had to cut it off completely. So there's, you know, no room for junk food. Have to be hydrating properly daily. It really helps to get outside and breathe the fresh air. You know, just enjoy nature. You know, pray, really pray to God to heal you, because he's got the power. I promise. Of course, he's got the power to heal you. But above all other things, I mean, maybe not above praying, because that's really important, but equally as important as everything is that I just said. But I do just want to emphasize on this. You have to believe that you are going to get better, for you to get better, for you to recover from a life-altering illness like this one. I mean, if I say Pemphigus vulgaris in public, nobody knows what I'm talking about, because it's that rare. It's an extremely rare disease, and it sucks. It sucks. It's painful. You know, I remember when I was going through it, I didn't really like telling people about it, because it was just a lot, and I didn't want anyone to think that I was like a freak or anything, and you know, whatever. But yeah, I think one of the biggest and most important things, brother, is when you wake up in the morning and when you go to sleep at night, you got to tell yourself in your head, I'm healing. Not I wish I could heal, not I'm trying to heal. You have to tell yourself, I'm healing. I'm getting stronger. I'm beating this. And I promise you, you just have to think with that mindset day in, day out, and it's going to take time. But if you're already living a healthy lifestyle, it sounds like you've got some decent doctors around you. Continue to eat healthy food, but it's so important. You have to convince yourself in your mind that you're going to beat this. You're going to get stronger. That's what I had to do. It was extremely hard and challenging, um, uh, but that's what I did. That's what I did. And now, years later, I'm far removed from it. But like I said, if I'm ever like too in my head and stressed out and letting life get the best of me and feeling depressed, my gums will start to bleed. My nose might even start to bleed. I mean, it does happen still. So you can't let you can't let it beat you mentally, because if it's stressing you out and you're letting it beat you up here, it's going to be tough to heal. So you really have to have a resilient mindset and tell yourself every single day, multiple times a day, I'm overcoming this. This is not stronger than me. I am beating this one day at a time, and you're going to beat it, brother. I promise you. So just continue going to the doctors. And one thing I do want to say as well, I don't know what kind of access to doctors you have, but the infusions, the IV infusions that I was getting, it was this drug, this specific chemotherapeutic therapy, this chemotherapeutic drug called IVIG. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. That was the one I was doing at first, and it wasn't really working. Like, it was kind of helping a little bit, but it wasn't really working. Then they introduced this new drug to me, IV infusion style, same chemotherapeutic treatment. But this drug, this is what I took, and I did it several times. I don't know exactly how many times, but it's called rituximab. That drug really helped me. I got, how it works is you get an IV infusion and it kind of takes all day. It takes a while. You go to your treatment center and it takes a while, and then you get it done. It'll take at least 6 hours. You'll be sitting there doing nothing. And then you wait 2 weeks and then you get another one done. And then after that, you have to wait 6 months before you get another treatment of rituximab. But I don't know if you have access to that. I don't know where you are, where you live, or what kind of doctors you have, but rituximab is what it's called. That is the drug that really kind of catapulted me, and really, I started to see much more significant results as far as my healing, as far as like the ulcers going away, the nosebleeds going away, my eyesight improving again, my fingers were starting to heal. That is the treatment, and that is the drug that we found through my doctors where I am, that really helped me the most. But on top, but disregarding all the doctor and medical stuff, because I don't know how much access you have or whatever it is, but like I said, and I'm gonna read some Bible verses here in a second, and then, matter of fact, I have some perfect Bible verses for this exactly, regarding physical illness. Perfect, right here. Yep. But yes, my guy, brother, just want to say I love you. You're gonna get through this. Do not give up. Have a resilient mindset. Trust God. Pray to God that He will heal you, and He will. He absolutely will. But you have to be persistent. You have to be consistent with your resilient mindset and your healthy eating, the water intake, getting outside, getting enough sunlight, getting proper rest. I mean, all of these things factor in. It's like you put them all together, and they're all gonna excuse me, sorry. Bless me. I'm allergic to cats, and I'm at my brother's, and he's got 2 cats. So yeah, again, brother, I just want to say, Hamdani, I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong, bro, but I just want to say I love you. You're going to get through this. Don't give up. Do not give up, I promise. And it's going to get better, but you just have to stay the course. You have to understand that this is going to take real time. It's going to be challenging, but you're a strong man, and you're going to get through this, brother. I promise you. So I'm just going to go to Psalms in the Bible here and read a pretty specific Bible verse that has to do with physical illness. And that's going to be Psalm 103, chapter 103, verse 3. So, and then I'll end the video. But dude, I just want to say again, man, you're not alone, and just understand that, know that you're not alone. Even when it feels like you are, you're gonna get through this. I promise. Don't stress yourself out about it. Understand that if you woke up this morning, that's a blessing, man. That's a blessing, and God's got you. He's gonna get you through this. I promise you. All right. So Psalm 103, verse 3 says this right here, brother, and this is for you. Who forgives? I'll start at verse 2. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and forget not all his benefits. Forget not all his benefits. Forget not the power of God and what he can do. And then it says right here, he who forgives all your iniquity, who heals all your diseases, who redeems your life from the pit, who crowns you with steadfast love and mercy, who satisfies you with good, so that your youth is renewed like the eagles. So let's not forget, it says right here, let's not forget about all his benefits. He who forgives all your iniquity and who heals all your diseases. This is Psalm chapter 103, verse 2, and then 3. And I mean, it's proof right there. He's gonna heal you. He's got the power, and he will. Just pray. Continue living your healthy lifestyle, brother, and trust him. It's gonna take time, but trust him. All right. Ahamdani, I don't know if I'm saying your name right. I really hope that I am, but I hope this helped. I just want to say, love you, brother. God bless you. And wherever you are, I will continue to pray the armor of God onto you, and I will continue to pray and claim victory in your situation, over your body, over your mind, your heart and spirit, Lord, that you can be properly healed from this, and you will, I promise. So, brother, this video is for you. I hope it helped. Feel free to leave a comment if you have any other questions, man, and I can do my best to address it for you. So, yeah, man, love you. God bless you. Peace.